4 chase races left for the Target Series season number 7, and we're here at the Texas Motor Speedway, possibly for the wildest one of this 10-race chase. This is the Nationwide 300, always a crazy race here at Texas in the Target Series. And on the front row are the 2 winningest drivers so far this season in the Target Series, Eli Bright and Michael Canto. Then Alexander in 3rd, 4th is Paul Taylor, and rounding out the top 5 is Adam McDowell. In 6th, we have Jim Gambit. 7th place is Marshall Burrow, Greg Lee in 8th. 9th is points leader Max Anderson, with Levi Shulman in the 27 rounding out the top 10. As we look at the rest of the field, there's Trey Rain, to his inside is Mitchell Collins. Then we have Danny Lloyd with Luke Rainey. Jake Galloway looking for the Texas sweep. Greg Torres to his inside. Then we have Jason Larker and John Gambit. Justin Heath with Blake Petrus. Then there's Ryan Taylor and Cole Luigi. James DeCurligan and Mathis Wells. Then we have Anthony Hernandez and Josephine O'Neill. Sebastian Kukulon with Jay Jefferson. Then there's Evan Hunter and Jonathan Buford, along with Ryan Brommer and Jennifer Buford. Then Jacob Davidson and Derek Hamill, Jeff Bright with Anthony Charlebois, and William Bowen and George Cooper, Landon Lyons and Roman Fenway, and Oliver Galloway and Riley Sprague rounding out the 42-car field here at the Texas Motor Speedway in Fort Worth, Texas. Let's get this race going. Let's go down trackside. Fire these engines up with this command.
Driver, start your engine!
And a great command to fire the 42 Target Series engines up as they get ready to do-battle in chase race number 7. Points on the line for many of these drivers here today. The 12 chasers come into this race, uncertainty everywhere. Earlier in the season here at Texas, we saw a massive crash take out most of the field. Last season in the chase race in Texas, we saw craziness, many chasers involved in crashes. Max Anderson wants to escape that, starting in the 9th position, has a 3-point gap over Adam McDowell in the 16, has 6 points over Ryan Taylor, and 9 points over William Bowen, also 12 points over Michael Canto. On back down, they are a good ways back. We'll see, though, if anyone can capitalize and try and gain points here at Texas. To the restart zone for Eli Bright, Michael Canto. They step on the gas, and we're green in the Nationwide 300, Fort Worth, Texas. Rowe grabs the lead from pole star Eli Bright to lead lap 1. Now to the inside comes second and points Adam McDowell. Maybe he's giving the old night at the racetrack. Here comes at 16 McDowell to the inside. Get grab the race off turn number 2. And down the backstretch. Side by side. The 09 fight back on the top side. The 16 that bottom lane through 3 and 4 should work out for him. Here they are. The 89 Marshall Burrow almost 3 wide. Right to the back quarter panel of the 16 as they come off turn 4. McDowell will lead lap 2. Burrow, the 89, to the inside, 3 wide further back. John Gambit on top, and the yellow flag is out. We see the 32 Charlebois upside down the front stretch, land lines as well. Riley Sprague got some advantage. The yellow flag is out. The 32 takes a flip down the front stretch. Racing back to the caution. Max Harrison, our point here, stuck in the middle, 3 wide. Burrow trying to lead them back. Adam McDowell trying to get the run off the top side. They come off turn 4. It's going to be Marshall Burrow back in front with Adam McDowell second. They squeeze together further back, but Marshall Burrow back in front in the 89. Hopefully that pack can get woed down, not get into a crash. But the A9 leads us back to the caution flag with second point to Adam McDowell second. And Max Harrison avoids any contact under the green flag. Oh! He may not there! The 11 spinning in front of the field! Mitchell Collins! Harrison does get into him! Oh, that was close! The 98 will have some front end damage. How bad is the question? The hood is buckled up a little bit. So first, let's see the reason for the caution flag. Anthony Charlebois upside down the front stretch, likely that day for the 32 is done. It's not every day you're running 40th, 41st, and 42nd. All 3 of you guys get involved in a crash. And that's what happened. Riley Sprague, who is behind this 3 wide with William Bowen down low. He gets a little tight coming up the racetrack as the 66 is pitting. 28 up into the 60 into the 32. They pinch together into the wall hard for Charlebois. Just gets projected into the air, pushed into the wall by the 28. Sprague, who drives away, has some pretty heavy side damage. Charlebois goes for a flip. Landon Lyons trying to go away from it. Does have some pretty heavy, significant right side damage as well. But the caution flag is out. Charlebois' day definitely done. The 60 and the 28 going to be slower now because of what all happened there. But that is a scary tumble for Charlebois. But it looked like Jonathan Buford had an issue. Had to come down the pit lane right there. Yielded. The 28 let off trying to get up the racetrack to give the 6-6 the room and just ran out of real estate with the 60 and the 32. Charlebois goes for a wacky flip here at Texas. And then after the fact, after the caution flag is out, so here they are, the race back to the caution. Mitchell Collins gets back in the 4th position with Paul Taylor in the 4-3 just behind him. And right here, they go through 1 and 2. Collins trying to slow it down. Paul Taylor trying to slow it down. Right there, the 4-3 just drives into the 11 like he's not slowing down. Collins goes up. They get Alexander, who saves his car masterfully. And right there, Max Anderson gets it to try and get away, but gets into the 11. And the 98 now has some front end damage. It looks like those are the only 2 drivers that really got damaged, the 11 and the 98. So it'll be interesting to see, does Max Anderson have a lot of damage where he's going to get slow on this restart? We'll find out. So it's going to be Marshall on the 89 out front here, the Nationwide 300. Behind him in second is second in points, Adam McDowell. We'll come back to the green flag as we're not even 10 laps into the event. This will be a little bit of a wacky restart. This could definitely provide some issues for some of these drivers on this restart, especially if they're going to get penalties for this. And to Charles Bott, the only car out of the race, John Speedford, has fallen a lap down. We do have 40 cars on the lead lap. So out front is Marshall Burrow. Second place, we have Adam McDowell. Third place, Alexander. And then fourth place was supposed to be Mitchell Collins. However, he did not get his spot back. He's currently right now 7th on the track. Michael Canto to his inside. You can see some of these drivers stacked up back here trying to get their positions. It'll be interesting to see if there are any penalties, because Collins has not gone around some of these drivers he has to go around. Paul Taylor the 4th and Max Harrison are points there, damaged in 5th. How bad is the damage? They have Greg Torres, Mitchell Collins, Michael Canto, Justin Heath, and Cole Luigi the front 10 for the restart. Back racing here at Texas. It'll be interesting there. The 11 let off down low. Does Michael Canto get a penalty for passing him on the inside on the restart before the start-finish line? It'll be interesting to see what the Target Series officials deem the penalty is for that, if there is a penalty. Down the back stretch. Alexander, the 09, jumps to the inside of the 16 Van McDowell, looking for the spot in second. They go through 3 and 4. Alexander leads in the 09. No cars yielding to pit road. That's a good sign there. Maybe a smart call by these Target Series officials to leave these drivers out in the racetrack without penalty. It may have been because of Mitchell Collins, the reason that they would have gotten a penalty. Looks like everything is sorted out now. Greg Torres coming for a second. They go 3 wide down the backstretch to the 7, almost into the 4-3 as the 4-3 chopped. And they're 4 wide down the backstretch. It's Cole Luigi, Eli Bright, Danny Lloyd, and Levi Jones coming together through 3 and 4. They sort out back to 3 wide, but I'm still nervous about that coming off turn 4. That's a dangerous spot. Lloyd Jones contacting the grass for the 27, trying to sort it out. Ooh, into turn 1, they're still beating and banging. Jones on the bottom. They get it sorted out for now. The 27 gets a few positions right there. Luke Ray coming behind. Marshall Burrow continuing to lead. Here comes Michael Canto charging from the 2nd starting position. 3 wide down low for 4th, and Greg Torres now for 2nd. 24 fights back to the inside of the 00 in the 09. They go through 3 and 4. 10 laps down here at Texas. 20 to go. It's all Marshall Burrow right now in the 89 out front and controlling the race. No one closing in as of now. Canto still trying to get to 4th as they go through 1 and 2. Now Torres closes in a little bit of a lower lane than the 89 Marshall Burrow. They come down the back stretch. Closing in just a little bit. A little every lap could yield big results over the long haul. Heath in the 00 up top, and he's dropping like a rock currently. Cole Luigi restarting inside the top 10. I don't even think he's top 20 at this point. That's one of our chasers. Torres is all over the back now. Marshall Burrows. Michael Canto goes for 3rd, wanting to get points. He knows there's a point in front of him, and it's in the form of Greg Torres in the 7. If the 24 can pass the 7 of Torres, that is an extra point as Max Anderson starts to fall through the field. This could be big for Michael Canto, trying to get himself back into the points race. 4 chase races left. After this one, only 3 left. Canto's up to 3rd. Torres right on the back of the 89, still for the race lead. 18 to go here at Texas. The Nationwide 300 coming to a close. We're almost halfway through the event. Once again, Torres looking to the inside through 1 and 2. But the 89 doing a great job protecting that bottom lane. Rowe through to 3rd. Adam McDowell for 4th. That's a chase point. He gets by Michael Canto down the back stretch. He'll gain a point, and Max Anderson in the 98 falling back on the outside with that damage is losing points. The 98 up top, 3 wide, still fading. Jay Jefferson trying to get around him in the 05. Ooh, tight there for the 98, the 05. Colucci's found his way back down low, trying to get any point he can, any spot he can. Currently right there, a point to get by the 98 Max Anderson. He would gain on the points leader, the 98. However, he would lose a ton of points to the 16. The others are up towards the front. For the lead, Torres once again, he got a good run off turn 2. This time takes him to the bottom lane. Greg Torres, chaser, out front in the Nationwide 300, coming to 16 to go. Torres leads in the 7. Great pass there to get around Marshall Burrow. Excuse me. Now McDowell chaser to the inside. He'll grab second away. Now he's trying to try and charge on Greg Torres and the 7. Off the corner and down the back stretch. The 09 staying in line with the 16. James Kerrigan, the 70, coming forward. And McDowell, the 16. Up the racetrack for him, allowing Greg Torres to pull away. Alexander Rowe going to go for second. Through the quad oval, halfway. 15 laps to go here at Texas. Leading it is Greg Torres. Alexander Rowe in the 09. Second, trying to close in. He's clear for second. James Kerrigan, the 70, for third. As he has Greg Lee in the 12 just behind him. McDowell has a hold to get down line. Can he take advantage of it? Get down front of the 70 of James Kerrigan. Not quite there, the 70. Coming back on the inside. 14 to go now at Texas. Torres continuing to lead, pulling away. James Kerrigan going to grab third away. The front two up the racetrack. The front three up the racetrack. Greg Lee in the 12 coming to the bomb. Here comes Jim Gammett. Michael Canto coming back in the 24. Down the back stretch. Front two pull away. Alexander Rowe closing in on Greg Torres. Little by little in the draft each lap. He might be there this time coming off turn number 4. He's right in the back of the 7. Can he look to the inside? Now 13 to go. Torres leading Alexander Rowe to turn 1 up the racetrack for the 7. Big time! Did the 09 give him a bump into the corner? Look at the 07 coming off pit road. Roman Fenway trying to stay alone out of the way. Rowe gets behind the 09. Fenway coming up in the 07. Paul Taylor crowding him up. They make it through for now. The 07 now getting back up to speed. Luke Green get caught on the outside with Anthony Hernandez. And look at all these chasers back here. Look at where Max Ayers has fallen to. Still falling back. Falling behind William Bullen. There's another chaser, Sebastian Kukulon. Oliver Galloway just back here. He could fall to those chasers. Greg Lee in the 12 for a second on Greg Torres, who lost it last time in 1 and 2. Now gains it back in 1 and 2. Good corner for the 7 down the back stretch. Coming to 11 to go. Can Torres do anything with Alexander Rowe? Can the 09 lead from here to the end? Look at the 04. Jason Larker to the back bumper of Greg Lee. Looking low down the front stretch. Only 11 to go. 4 cars pull away. Then double file on back. Larker for third as Torres for the lead. 7 to the inside. Slides up almost in the 09. The 09 off the top side. Alexander pulls away. Torres, the tightness there in the 7, allows Larker to get to his inside. Here comes Larker for second. Michael Canto up inside the top 5 of the 24. Wanting to get ahead of the 7 of Greg Torres for that point. He's up to 4th now. Canto coming forward. How about Jake Galloway in the 18? Looking to sweep here at Texas. Coming forward. The 18 car has 10 laps to get by 4 drivers. Look at the 04. Looking on the 09 off turn number 2. He has the nose down the backstretch. Can he keep it to the inside? Coming to 9 to go. He's down there through 3 and 4. Does he get tight? He doesn't. They race wheel to wheel off turn 4. Larker inside, Rowe outside. 9 to go. Larker leads by half a car length. Now Torres trying to get down front. Jake Galloway. 18, a big push from Marshall Burrow to get to the inside. He'll grab third and maybe second. Tap the racetrack for the 18. Look at Burrow. Look at 3 wide in the A9. Has Jim Gammett behind him. They're 3 wide for third down the backstretch. Galloway might get clear in the 18. Torres is definitely clear. Galloway couldn't. Front 3 clear, single file. Marshall Burrow in the A9 moves a spot further forward up to 4th. And now at the front, Larker trying to pull away from Rowe and Greg Torres. 8 to go in the Nationwide 300. Torres looking for second. Here comes the number 7, Greg Torres. He gets to the inside of Alexander Rowe easily. Look at Roman Fenway and those new tires charging forward. I mean, if he could get up here and maybe unlap himself and put Larker to the outside, we could have a whole different race on our hands. Coming to 7 to go. Yeah, Fenway's charging. Those new tires definitely working for him. You can see the fall off, but Fenway is just eating everyone up. I mean, these times have fallen off like 7 tenths, 8 tenths, 9 tenths, depending on who you are. So, I mean, this 07 is fast. Up the racetrack for the 04. The 7 also up the racetrack. 6.5 to go in the Nationwide 300. Here comes Marshall Burrow. Push from the guy on fresh tires. Roman Fenway pushing the A9 forward. Coming to 6 to go. Fenway wants to unlap himself in case there's a big crash sometime late in this race to where he can gain positions. Lee lost a ton of time in the 12, had to lift off turn 4 and lost several positions. Larker continuing to pull away at 6 to go. Marshall Burrow cannot get by Greg Torres. And look at this. Roman Fenway makes it 3 wide. The lap car to the inside of the 2nd and 3rd place cars. They race 3 wide, triple file. And Fenway, I thought he was only a lap down. He's like 7 laps down. So the 07 actually had something go wrong under that caution flag, and he's lost a ton of time to these race leaders. 5 to go. Yellow flag would end it here in the Nationwide 300. Jason Larker wants that to happen before the 07 can get to him and put him to the outside. But they battle behind for a second. Alexander on the 09 coming to the bomb. Eli Bright, the 88, out of nowhere. He started on pole, fell back. Quickly now, back up to the front. He has 4 laps coming to that to try and get up to the 04. He's looking 3 wide for the second position. Burrow has to lift off turn 4, loses numerous positions. Eli Bright, the 88, still trying to grab the second position as Fenway closes in on race leader Jason Larker to try and get one of his laps back. And now they're closing in on the lap car of Land Lions. The 04 might get put to the outside. Why do they catch the 60? This could be big for Larker. Coming to 3 to go. Jason Larker's on the outside. The 60, where's he go? He goes to the high side. Jason Larker stuck behind Land Lions, the lap car. Eli Bright, the 88, trying to close in. They come up forward. Larker gets to the inside. 3 to go. Larker held up. Eli Bright closed in tremendously. Yellow is out. Caution. This will be the last lap of the race. The wrecking gets called Luigi. James DeCurley and William Bolin. The 10 upside down to get hit by the 98. We are racing it back. It is Jason Larker and Eli Bright coming first and second back to the start finish line. 2 to go. Jason Larker out in front. The 04 gonna come off turn 4. 2 to go. He'll win. The Nationwide 300. Eli Bright will be second and Jake Galloway third, as it was a massive crash. Look at the damage to all of these chasers. Max Anderson, one of them, he's definitely done. He's not done. He might be done. George Cooper, the 38, he's all torn up. Can some of these chasers try and limp it around these final few laps is the question. But that was a massive crash. It looked like it happened towards the front of the field. And it's Jason Larker. He's going to get the victory here at Texas in the Nationwide 300. It's going to be Jason Larker. Eli Bright is going to be the highest finishing chaser. So the 88 on a roll. If only he could have done this throughout all of the chase, he would have a shot. Right now, Eli pretty far back. He needs a miracle to happen. And it looks like the next highest chaser will be Greg Torres. And then you have Michael Canto. He's going to gain a ton of points because not many chasers did well here today. Ryan Taylor next highest. You look back for McDowell, there he is. How many points does he even gain on Max Anderson at this point? And who finishes at the 98, who doesn't? I mean, it's going to be interesting to see all of this. So the white flag is showing for Jason Larker. He has one more lap and he'll be a Target Series winner here at Texas Motor Speedway. As it looked like any momentum he had on those final few laps, it looked like it was going to be lost due to him getting put high and behind the 60. Eli Bright and the other could not take advantage, and they could not get there, and that yellow definitely hurting their chances because we came to 2 to go there at the caution flag. And you think that they would have had 3 miles and maybe they could have made something happen. Eli Bright, Jake Gowen, and the others behind. But nonetheless, it's Jason Larker who dominated since he took the race lead here today and is going to be the winner here at Texas. And he didn't make the chase. He's spoiling the chasers' party. But Eli Bright, the 88, I mean, another great points day. I mean, if something goes tremendously wrong in these final 3 races for some of the drivers up there in points, Eli could be a driver to look towards to try and steal it, trying to snatch a possible good ranking in the points. So they come through 3 and 4. Normally a race which is filled with crashes, or at least we have a few big crashes. This time, 2 caution flags. One ends the race. One was pretty big. The other one happened towards the back of the field. A very calm Texas race in the Target Series for the standards that we've seen. But checkered flag is going to be in the air as they come off turn 4. Jason Larker, the 04, for New Era Chevrolet, is going to win in the Target Series here at Texas. Checker flag in the air. Jason Larker, as he comes across the start finish line, wins the Nationwide 300 over Eli Bright and Jake Galloway. Crazy racer today at Texas. Let's see what happened to bring out the final caution flag. I saw William Bull and some others involved as they crashed massively down the front stretch. Here's the reason for the caution. 3 wide coming off turn 4. James Gergen on the outside lane lets up. Luigi up into him. The 33 into the 70. Around they go. Brommer through the grass trying to escape. It looks like he does. The 33 comes up, crowds the A1 to the outside while the 70 then hits the A1. Bullen slides around. 33 gets up by the 11, is up off the ground. There's George Cooper, Kukulon, Hunter, Hernandez. There's the A1 bounce off the wall. There's Oliver Galloway coming to it. Max Anderson, the 98-hour points leader, flips the 10 upside down. Lloyd, Hunter, John Gammett, Kukulon. The 33 sitting back there, the 70, the 11. There's the 10 upside down on his roof. Oliver Galway, one of our chasers, hit by points leader Max Anderson to send him flipping. And the race ends because of that. Massive crash, middle of the field, as 3 wide off 4 turned wrong. Now, if you're like Jacob Davison, though, some of these drivers that made it through, you are happy for that. You gained some points, or you gained some positions. Maybe not points, but you gained some positions there towards the end of the race. A massive crash involving some chasers at the end here in the Nationwide 300. And now let's see how this crash affected the chase standings. Let's go see the finishing results. Here we are for the finishing results from the Nationwide 300 at the Texas Motor Speedway. 2 caution flags for 6 laps and 5 lead changes among 5 different drivers. It was Jason Larker in the 04, leading 10 laps en route to his victory here at Texas. Eli Bright from the pole ends up second, Jake Galloway third, Alexander fourth, and Greg Torres, a chaser inside the top 5. Then Michael Canto, another chaser, in 6th, Trey Rainey 7th, Jim Gamet 8th, Josephine 9th, and the most laps led goes to Marshall Burrow, who ends up inside the top 10, 11 laps led for him. So as we look at the top 20, it was a horrible day to be a chaser. Only 5 chasers finished inside the top 20, and that impacts how the point standings look. Adam McDowell finishes 20th. That seems like it would be a horrible day, especially for a chaser. He gained 8 points out today. The max you could gain is 12. He was the 5th highest finishing chaser. Not a bad day for the 16, even though a 20th place finish is something, nothing good to smile about, nothing to go bragging about, nothing to write home about. The 16 can still leave today with a good points day. However, we thought that it was going to be someone other than Max Anderson in the points after today, especially with the 16 running up towards the front. Same with the 23. Looked like one of those two was going to take over the points lead. But when you look at it, the 98 finishes 28th, and in between he and the 16 finished 20th, 98 finished 28th, 0 chasers, which means the 16 only gains 1 point on the 98, puts the gap down to 2 points. Landline's 29th, you look at Cole Luigi 34th, William Bowen 36th, Kukulon 39th, Oliver Galway 40th, and then you look and see Roman Fenway in the 41st position. Right side are the point standings, and not much has changed. With that 98, a 28th place finish would normally be a horrible points day, a horrible chase day. You lose a ton of positions and points. Anderson only loses 1 point to Adam McDowell, and that is how it stands. 2 points separates the 98 and the 16. 4 points behind is the 23, and 9 points behind is the 24. I really believe that if you're not one of those front 4, winning this championship is going to be a task. William Bowen maybe has a shot considering he's 12 points back only still. But, I mean, it's going to be tough for someone to gain that much. We still have 3 races left, so a lot can happen. But I really feel like that this championship will come down to Max Anderson, Adam McDowell, Ryan Taylor, or Michael Canto. One of those 4 I feel like are the best shots to get this Target Series Season number 7 championship. And we head for maybe one of the wildest chase races that we're going to see this season at Texas to maybe one of the calmer ones. We go to Rockingham for the Toyota 300. I will see you guys then.